Hi there. It's me, Rachel. I hope you're feeling okay. If you are watching this, that probably means that you're feeling some extra anxiety today. And I just kind of want to give you some coping skills that will help when you're feeling like you're feeling extra anxious. And a lot of people have different ways they feel anxious. Like what ways do you feel anxious? Do you see? Do you have a rapid heart rate? Do you get scared because your heart's beating so fast and something's got to happen? No, that won't happen. Your heart rate is amazing. When you exercise, think of how much you're building the muscle of your heart by exercising. So it's almost like you're getting a free exercise when you're having a panic attack or if you're having some anxiety. Kind of. I like to think of it that way. It helps with my anxiety. A coping mechanism. Maybe you get shaky. Maybe your fingers and your toes tingle. It's normal. It's normal. So many people have anxiety, and I talk to so many friends and family members, and it's funny because I'm like, does anybody not have anxiety? In fact, I talk to my husband sometimes, and I ask him, do you ever feel nervous? He almost never does. And when he does, he'll tell me, and I'm like, praise the Lord, he's normal. He feels anxious. This is good. He has feelings. I don't know how you couldn't. It's something that I live with every day, but I'll tell you that I feel much better now that I am able to go with it. So tell me more. What do you feel? Do you get sweaty? Does your body get super sweaty? Do you just feel hot? Like you need a cold shower right away? Or maybe you get cold. Maybe you feel like you need a blanket because you're starting to shake. I've had both, and both are normal. Sometimes I feel so cold that I can bundle under the blankets and I can't get warm. And in that case, a hot shower typically helps. Nice, it's like an enveloped super hug, a hug all over. Just stand right under the shower, let the water run down. Sometimes I feel like my throat is closing. I'm not allergic to anything. I never have been. And I have a hard time convincing myself that I'm not having anaphylactic shock. No joke. That's a big part for me is if I'm just feeling a little bit anxious. I never go into a full-blown panic attack with that, but my throat just gets so tight. Sometimes this is a funny one. I love having rice cakes with honey and peanut butter. Honey and peanut butter are common allergens for people. I've never been allergic. I love them both so much. And I'll put that on my rice cake, and shortly after, I'll feel like my throat is closing. And it's just a mental thing. It's the anxiety. I can typically get over that pretty well by just saying, Rachel, you are not allergic to peanut butter and honey, and then I'll find something to distract myself. Typically, I'll clean something. Um, my therapist once told me that I'm OCD. She's probably right, but it does feel better to clean. It feels better to scrub a toilet or vacuum. Watch that dog hair get sucked up the vacuum. It's just such a nice feeling. Goodbye, dog hair. So I just want you to know, if you're feeling these, if you're feeling anxious or you're feeling worried or you're panicking, it's okay. It's okay. You're normal. Now I want to kind of talk about ways that you can deal with that. So there's two main things that I found. Well, there's a third one that works okay, but two really great coping mechanisms that have prevented me from having a full-blown panic attack. I don't even know the last time. I had one starting a couple weeks ago, and I was eating dinner. It was just so random. Some people are like, well, what's the matter? What's causing you to panic? I don't know. If I knew, I would avoid it. But you don't know. You never know. It just happens. But I was eating dinner. It was a normal dinner. The kids were fine. Aaron was fine. Everybody's just eating. And instantly I got really dizzy. Part of my anxiety that happens. But a lot of the times when I feel dizzy, instantly my mind goes to, you're going to die. Like, that fight or flight, it tells me, you're going to die. And I know I'm not. I know I'm not when I'm sane and when I feel good. That's silly to me. But in the moment, I can't convince myself otherwise. And I'm sure you can't either. So I got dizzy, and then my mouth went really dry. And those are two big anxiety things for me. And I know that. So I was like, Rachel, you're fine. But then I started shaking. So I could tell, oh, this is going to be a good one. Like, this is probably going to be panic. And so I told my husband quietly, because I didn't want to worry my children, but I just said, I'm feeling really bad. And he said, why don't you go listen to ASMR? Which he knows I love ASMR. I watch Whispers Red and ASMR with GB. I love them both. They're really great. If you haven't tried ASMR, it's tingles. So it's a meridian response. I won't go into the science of it, but it's movements, quiet, maybe silent movements, like do you feel it? Can you feel anything with that? 'Cause some people have a lot of visual ASMR. I have some visual that like gives me a little bit of butterflies, but the ones that give me super tingles are right here. Like I'll get them starting here and they'll go down my neck, and that's with sounds. And ASMR, I don't have the mic set up. I'm not even going to try the ASMR. I will just refer you to GB and to Whispers Red, but it's tapping, it's scratching, might be playing with hair. Of course, I don't know if you can hear this, but the sound of maybe brushing hair or different taps. There's all kinds. There's fingers. GB does her fingers. I don't know what she does. Something. It's cool. Oh, she does whisper. These fingers. I hurt my hand. I'm not even going to try. I'll leave it to the professionals. But ASMR is a really good coping mechanism. And, as I got to the couch and I could feel it rising to more of a panic, and I popped in my earbuds. You definitely want to wear earbuds when you're doing ASMR. And I listened, and instantly, like within 2 minutes, I was down to normal. I wasn't even feeling anxious anymore. It just was so great. So that's one. Try a different ASMR. And some people, maybe you will love GB. Maybe you will love Whispers Red. Maybe you will love, oh gosh, I forgot her name. She's a recovering drug addict, and I love her. She actually is the one I listen to when I'm feeling panicky. She's the one. And then for my sleep, if I'm having a hard time falling asleep, I'll listen to GB or Whispers Red. But there's so many out there. I don't watch all of them, so I don't have referrals to them. But those are those. And my other big technique that I've been using, and I share with my friends and family that talk to me about their anxiety issues, is imagining. And this is something, I don't know, I think I read it in a self-help book, but it's imagining you are on a wave. So you're out in the ocean. Now here we go. Okay, here we go. We're out in the ocean and we're up to water about our belly. So let me show you how deep we are. Right here. Okay, right here. That's how deep you are in the water. Have you ever been in the ocean before? Lots of sea creatures, lots of salt. It's not super pleasant to get thrown under. But the waves are big. And if you're out to your belly, waves are going to be pretty big. So a wave is coming. Okay, here's a wave. You can see it. You're a little nervous because you've watched Jaws recently. It's Shark Week, after all. So you're a little bit nervous, and you know it's coming, and you can't do anything about it. You've got a couple options. Very similar to anxiety. You can feel it coming. You've got a couple of options. Do you let that wave take you? Okay, it's a little nerve-wracking. I don't want to get high up there, but I'm going with the wave, and then I'm coming down. Okay, that was a little uncomfortable, but hey, I'm down. My feet are back on the sand. I feel all right. Oh no, here comes another wave. Okay, I'm gonna go with it. I'm rolling up with a wave. And then I come down and I land and my feet are safely again. I'm gonna take a couple steps toward the beach with each wave because I don't really wanna be that high up there. It kind of freaks me out. So you just kind of keep going. And eventually you're not getting hit with waves anymore. It's gone, it's done. Go with the waves because let's go back out there in that water. Let's get back up to our belly button. And you don't want to go up with that wave because you're afraid of heights even. You're afraid of heights, you're afraid of sharks, you're afraid of jellyfish. You don't want to go up. You just want to stand there with your feet on the sand. So let's say we do that. Do you know how big a wave is when you're at your belly button? It is going to crash you. You are going to lose your sunglasses. You are going to hurt. The water's in your ear. you're probably going to get thrown to the sand and tumble across the bottom of the ocean floor as that wave pummels you into the sand. It's not fun and it hurts. Don't fight it. Go with the wave. It's a little nerve-wracking, but you come down, and you know that. You know you come down every single time. That's the beautiful thing with anxiety, is you know it's going to end because it ends every single time. Hopefully it will end for longer periods. Hopefully you don't feel anxious for as long as forever. Feeling anxious forever is not good. But if you stop fighting it, don't fight it, because it's a part of life. I think it's safe to say that most people have anxiety. Don't fight it, just go with it. Know it's a part of life. Let it carry you uncomfortably and then set you back to sane mindset. I think that will help your coping a lot. And I hope you're having a great day. I hope this video helps you. You're not alone. I know it sucks. It totally sucks to deal with it, but you're not alone. We're all here. Some people have anxiety worse than others. Probably many people have it worse than you. I know sometimes you'll feel like, oh, why me? Why do I have to be like this? Nobody else has it. Not true. Most people just don't want to talk about it because it's uncomfortable. But you're not alone, and somebody has it worse than you. So don't try to focus on why me. Just focus on, I'm going to get better. I'm going to just go with this anxiety and get my thing going on. But I hear my kids are starting to come, so I'm going to let you go. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.